Uh-huh.
What recap?
Yeah, what's a recap?
Oh.
While Wholesale's posting the handout, Session 25, the secret panel.
What do you mean? I posted it. You guys missed it. Discord glitched.
Still... You finished?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Still reeling from the sights and the smells, our soon-to-be heroes tried to figure out what to do next. The amount of dead seems too much for them to handle. Do they send word to Ashbourne, or even return there to seek help for the burial rites of an entire town? Eventually, they decide on a plan of action. They will get a bunch of carts from town, supersize Demirius, and over the course of the day, collect the dead and move the bodies into the temple. Israel heads back to the town proper to collect the goblin entourage to assist. Alvarol and Muffinita go investigate the guild hall for any additional clues. The guild hall is dark and empty like the rest of the town. Alvarol checks the logbook and discovers a missing page, while Muffinita searches the remainder of the guild hall and finds 7 dead bodies slain in the bunkhouse. Together, they are able to use Spycraft 101 techniques and discover the contents of the torn-out page. It would appear that Ellie was here a few days ago. Finding some raven cages out back, they decide to send a message off to Hut Grolin to inform him of what they have discovered so far. This is all thanks to Alvarol being Raven certified. They take one last look around to find anything else that could potentially help before heading back to assist with the body collection. Meanwhile, Israel goes to gather the gaggle of goblins and get the carts. Multiple carts are tethered up into a proper convoy. They return to the fields and the body collecting commences, and seems to go rather smoothly, all things considered. Demirius finds the mayor's body during the work and discovers a letter in progress being drafted to send to the guild. It details the mayor's suspicion of some guild members, but was not completed before he met his demise. After a long day of work, they eventually complete the task at hand. They then decide to split up and search the rest of the town for survivors, clues, or anything that may help them out. It isn't looting if the entire population was murdered. All proceeds will be going towards the avenging of what took place. The town search yields no survivors, but a bunch of helpful items. Our soon-to-be heroes decide to spend the night in the mayor's house, and while eating dinner discuss what their group or party name should be. They also shared information on what everyone had found that day. Israel seems to have discovered a guild bolo notice on Ellie. Muffinita composed a second letter to Hut Grolin with all of the updated information from what the group had put together, and included the visitor log list of names from the last couple of days as leads to be followed up on. They then spend an uneventful night in the dimensional room. And that was just one day. Good thing we're going to time jump, otherwise I'd have to write another 10 paragraphs. The next day, our soon-to-be heroes head out for Somrol, which takes about 4 days. About 4 days later, they arrive in Somrol. As they ride into town, it seems that the people they pass by recognize Demirius and wave. The party makes it to the stables and deals with the cart and mounts. Demirius and Muffinita head to the Flower and Compass to meet Demirius' contact. Israel and the Goblin Gang hang out and go shopping as they begin on their own My Fair Lady kind of journey. Alvarol begrudgingly chaperones. Upon entering the Flower and Compass, the barkeep Talma rushes over and scoops Demirius up in a giant hug. Muffinita does not escape a similar fate. They are given food, and Talma catches up with Demirius for a while before his vision comes up. Talma decides that it's a conversation for a more private area. Eventually, the group all meets up once again in the Flower and Compass after their respective activities are completed. Next steps are discussed, and that's where we leave off. Tune in next time for more thrilling shenanigans.
Oh, let me hit the jukebox.
I feel like you forgot to take notes at the end.
He wasn't
Me?
there for that.
No, before that.
Oh, want to add something?
Yeah, what is missing?
I mean, the entire conversation of when we talked to Telma.
Yeah,
Orcus?
I did have notes of that, but in the interest of not having to summarize all of that, I omitted to move things along in this recap.
Well, Levi, why don't you give that little piece of recap then, since you brought it up?
No, because I don't fucking remember it.
You're so method.
Can we give Levi the most method actor award?
we went back to the private office and we talked about the staff of the Wayfinder, the artifact that you're tasked to seek out by the goddess in your dream. The plans we were discussing on next steps were around Orcus and how, we're not supposed to go and challenge him because he's going to fuck us up.
Salad tossing level.
Is that
Good enough.
okay? Like I said, I did take notes. I'm just trying to not write 20 paragraphs on a session where all we did was talk.
Sometimes it be like that. Try doing kingdom building. There's so much fucking talking.
No.
My notes are actually fairly detailed, and I usually cut a lot going into the recap.
Levi.
What I don't keep, though, is my notes. I completely erase them at the start of each next session.
What? You already have them. Keep them in the raw. What?
Hold on, I got to wait for a second.
You're the reason that archivists cry.
Because the notes did their purpose. They allowed me to write the session recap, and that's all I need.
It's like if archaeologists only ever found cliff notes.
They usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah, cliff notes are otherwise known to as fossils.
Yeah. Oh, look. I could postulate there used to be a city here, but I can't tell you who built it, who lived here, how many people lived here. I can guess. But there definitely was a city here. Because there's buildings. Well, what's
And
left
some
of them?
dude was really mad about some copper.
The foundation of buildings.
Yeah, the foundation of buildings. Pots buried in the ground, and depending where it was, probably some of the most preserved ones are the ones that were hit by volcanic pyroclastic flow. Wink, wink.
At the end of the last session, Levi had a visit from someone. But
Was it brought?
It's true, I did.
the other four were roomed together in a suite. Is there anything the three of you, sorry, plus the three goblins, wish to discuss before you put yourself to bed for the night?
So, sorry, I'm pulling up the map here.
Sorry.
I guess as we've kind of explored throughout the day, how is the mood in the city then? Do they seem aware of a massive undead army or anything that happened nearly a day away?
No, the town is as joyous as any small town that you would have ever encountered.
I don't
So
think
then-
they're that close. I think it's like a 2 days hard ride.
2-day hard ride, 4 days with a cart.
Okay. Remind me, do we have the big map somewhere?
Hold on, I think I got something for you.
Also, are you sure about that undead army? Doesn't it usually need, like, the reanimated bodies? All we found were bodies.
Yeah, I guess I am making an assumption, and I'll keep this in character here. I apologize. I'll ask, does anybody think it's weird that nobody else thinks something weird is going on?
Would I have pre-existing knowledge of how frequent people travel between the previous place and Somrel?
Probably would have something that resembles an idea, but you're not there. You're in your
True.
room.
Yeah, we're in the clubhouse, right?
Well, why would they think things are weird?
Well, I don't necessarily think that it's a guarantee. I guess, which is why I was looking for the big map. A big thing happened, right? A bunch of people died. It sucks, but I'm going to be really blunt about some stuff here for just a second. That's a lot of energy to do something. And I'm trying to figure out where that energy could have been spent, used, transferred to, you know? So, like, if it was used to summon a thing, that thing had to go somewhere, right? So, if nobody here knows anything or is acting weird or anything about it, it kind of eliminates one of the potential actions that they could have taken.
They're talking.
Right.
I guess
Why-
I'm not expecting. I guess finding it weird is maybe not be the right way to phrase that, but rather, I don't know. I expected if this was our next stop, I would imagine that it might have been their next stop as well.
Not necessarily. This is a town on the smaller side in the grand scheme.
I guess just walking into this really not knowing, and not my favorite thing in the world. So I'm just gonna keep poking away at theories. It's probably not surprising to any of you guys.
All right, so the
And
last
this-
map I had was not ideal.
And this letter here is an H. We use that when we're describing words that start with H's. Oh, I'm just doing my daily lessons with the goblets.
Is that map sufficient for you, Van?
Yeah. So
It's not appropriate scale just because I didn't want to go through the efforts of actually scaling it.
yeah, for sure. So I guess the one thing I'm looking for is major thoroughfares outside of. Come on, I want to see what the name of the city was.
Some
I can't just call it Deadland immediately.
Gaviland was the
Gavany.
working name.
Gavany. So major thoroughfares out of Gavany
two
would
directions.
be
One to the east.
Ashbourne, Umrel, and then Uregs. But it's also on a river, right?
Yes.
So
But where's that river go? Nowhere. Or
out to sea.
the sea. Depending on which way you
Nowhere or everywhere.
go. I mean inland. If it's going inland, it doesn't actually go anywhere.
I guess. That does help, thank you. One more question, and if you don't have an answer off the top of your head right now, that's fine. I'm assuming these are territory boundaries, these gray dashed lines.
Correct.
So like I'm assuming right now we're in the territory under the High Keep. Where's the territory under? What's the governing body under Ashbourne, or is it just more like district-y kind of stuff?
It's more district. districty kind of stuff. The one that Ashbourne and Gavany is under specifically was under the guild.
Okay.
So currently, Hut Grolin is, we'll call, the governing force.
Damn, that's a hell of a promotion. All right. Well, that was my questions.
Anyone else have anything they wish to discuss?
Nope.
Nope.
And we will move to the next morning, as everyone wakes at their leisure. Move on to the morning, the next morning. Everyone wakes and makes their way to the main part of the tavern where breakfast is being served. Who's first to wake up? Who's doing what with their morning?
Not doing anything special. Breakfast sounds good.
Oh, hang on. Let me just try this. 'Cause it's gonna. I am 100% going down for breakfast. Pretty sure that's gonna pull me out of a dead sleep. I'm hungry. Just literally roll out of bed and is walking, not 100% conscious. Maybe. Hang on. Let me
Sleep still in the eyes. The smell of bacon.
I 100% walk into the door jam after opening the door at least once. Yeah, let me make another. I'm assuming we're walking downstairs, like the rooms are up.
No,
on
it's
a
all one
second
floor.
level. Oh, it's all on floor. Oh, good.
One
So I know.
long building.
One long building.
Epic. No, I'm not.
Maris, do you go into old habits and helping in the tavern?
I probably would have woken up early because probably would not have slept well. And I probably would have like prayed and done like quarterstaff drills or something to, I don't know, focus,
Okay.
get shit off my mind.
Motherfucker. Alright, work's calling. Hold on.
You really shouldn't try to be getting stuff off of your mind. We can't spare the stuff that you still have.
Listen, I'm not used to having so many things in my mind, okay?
Wait till we get to the point where things start having minds of their own.
I found a warrior in the town. I'll show you.
Huh?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Here's the head. This is the shield. And there's the arm. And this is a sword. Yeah, see it?
Yep. And the sword's the road coming out of town. Right here. Or he's carrying a lance. Who knows? I figured that. He might be a jouster right there. But yeah, that's pretty solid.
Can't wait to see what High Keep looks like and how many people I can find in there.
It's just a giant throne. Ugh. Side of my face range. Damn, that sucks. Well, we're gonna be waiting on those. I suppose we can take care of the.
Oh my god, hopefully I won't get interrupted again. I'm sorry about that. What? Aliases, or
Interruption.
Israel's heading off to breakfast. Demirius was doing stuff to bring his mind back focused. What is everyone else doing?
Going down for breakfast.
Alvaro?
I am preparing my own breakfast.
With what?
Just some trail rations, probably.
Okay. All right, everyone convenes at a table. 3 goblins in tow. What are you going to discuss? What's your plans for the day?
Are we not heading to High Keep?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me.
So then the plan for the day is get to stables, get our cart and animals, and head on out.
Glorious. Sounds about right.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything. I already armed up the goblins and everything. So. Armed and armored.
Armed and armored. Breakfast goes smoothly. No. Some fresh squeezed juice is brought to you. Large plates of sausages and bacon, some eggs and toast. A nice hearty breakfast to get you on your way. And as you go to leave, Demirius Telma stops you. He goes, I know, honey, that it ain't a lot, but this will definitely help you on your trip. And she hands you a small bag of gold.
Thank you, Selma.
Plus 500 gold.
Ooh. Hell yeah. And
And then provides everyone with biscuits and some mostly biscuits, maybe some dried jerky and sausage for your trip. Probably a couple days worth of additional trail rations.
Sweet. Put those in my backpack, I guess.
Now, for the start of the first day's journey, who wants to roll me a d20?
I'll do it.
Yeah, you will.
Here, I'll give you a bunch.
Nope, I just want one. You don't get to roll all of them.
Well, the first one was a 1.
Beautiful.
So there you go.
I appreciate that so much. Good job, Muffins.
What the fuck?
What's the marching order? Wind up
It's
road.
always been Pinky.
If I recall correctly, I was riding shotgun on the cart in the front. And I think Alvaro was driving the cart. The goblins were in the cart. And Demirius and Israel were on their respective mounts because we had the axe speak.
And the goat's just following along. Sorry, the ram.
Yes.
You're looking at
Yeah.
just a little over 4 days' journey. All right.
Huh.
Muffin,
Nice.
why don't you give me that perception? See what you find, what you see. Beautiful. I love this so much. The journey is quiet. Chirps of birds and the steady gallop of the mounts. The creaking of the cart's wheel. It's a bright, sunny day. And the first day goes without any problems. So well, even, that you feel you've made ground. And that your trip might shorten a bit. Who's going to pick out the camping spot for the night?
Do a sec. There you go.
All right. You find a good spot to bed down for the evening. Looks like it's been camped in before, just like previously. It seems like a nice spot to do. You can stop there and stay on your current timetable, or you can keep moving with the daylight you have to get ahead of schedule. And
I don't
risk.
see any reason to like push super fast. Because I don't.
No.
I do not.
No, I don't think there's an end.
The risk reward is you may not find a as suitable spot for camp to make camp.
Who cares?
All right,
Do we still have the goblins with us?
you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember.
I think we just camp here since it's a
Good
good
spot.
enough spot.
Yeah.
I mean, we would have
be
to,
one
like-
thing if we didn't find any, then we would keep going. But
Getting there like half a day earlier or whatever really doesn't do much for us. So
Okay. You make camp. I assume you go through the same watch keeping through the night.
Yes.
Yippers.
All right.
Here you go. Wow. Okay. What will the next roll be?
I didn't ask for one, but thank you.
Well, I assume you're going to for.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. You're excused. Okay, well, I randomly look in every direction trying to see something. I assume I see something. Like grass or.
Grass, some trees in the distance, the beautiful night sky, some firebugs in the air. Nothing,
Some kind of an animal moving around, rustling, hunting.
possibly, maybe a fox.
Yeah, well, stealth. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Time to go hunting.
For the next leg of your journey, I need someone else to give me a 20.
A bribe.
Why not just use my second of the 20?
Because I don't want you to do all of them. All right.
Nice.
Show off.
Man, way to give me that 20, Levi.
You ask.
I asked
You
for it.
receive.
All right. Well, we probably could have used that later in a fight.
Too bad. You get it when it does not matter, and no other time.
That might matter right now. Who knows?
The
Everyone
journey.
gets one.
I swear to God, chamber pot appears out of thin air. Quitting.
I was gonna say it's like just like oh yeah, random chamber pot just jumps in.
No, that's number 7.
God.
This leg of the journey seems a little bit more lacking. The horses aren't obeying as much as they did the day before. The road seems to be a little bit unkept, and you slog this leg of the journey, which unfortunately adds a half day's journey to your trip.
After you said that wholesale about a 7 being the chamber pot, I want you to refer you back to Muffin's roll list
I know.
as the number 2 roll.
Um,
No, it's only number 1.
So it's starting to get dark at this point, but you still haven't made the same amount of headway as you would hope. You trudge on further into the evening, into the night to stay on schedule, or do
I
you?
think we just keep going until we find a decent place for camping.
I would say, yeah.
Okay.
Any objections?
Nay,
Okay.
that was the horse.
Basically, we can just pull over at the next roadside station that has a McDonald's.
I'm only getting a coffee.
Mick Cafe, please.
With who, as the afternoon turns to evening and evening turns to night, who has a light source or dark vision?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got dark vision.
All right. Well,
Technically, yes on both counts.
and Avril, you are driving the cart.
I believe that's what was agreed upon, yeah.
Oh, yes, on both counts for me too.
Well, go ahead and give me just a ride check at advantage while traversing this bit of road. You're able to do it. You veer off a little bit. You feel the bumps of going off the road, able to steer the cart back on the road. No hindrance or delays, but able to keep moving forward until you do find that way stop station with a Royal McDonald's.
The Royal Donald of Mick.
You're making camp is a little slower because it's at night, but once, a fire gets made, you're able to get camp set and bed down for the night. The question is, do you hastily put together the camp so you can get the optimal amount of sleep based on the times you've been getting up, or take your time? How do you set camp?
Are we feeling a sense of urgency?
No, we're not. We would just set up camp and then go to sleep.
Okay. We'll just set. Yeah.
And then wake up whenever we wake up.
Bless you.
All right, and with the goblin's help, who's now gotten in the habit of how you do things, it does go fairly quickly. You bed down for the night. I assume same watch orders.
Yes.
Now I do want a perception from each set of watches.
Okay.
Avril, I believe you're the last watch.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Dang.
Muffinita, in the night while you watch, with the campfire lighting your way, you do take notice of some wild dogs approaching onto your camp, thinking easy prey, but as you take sight of them, they notice you. They scamper off, realizing the opportunity isn't there for them. The rest of the night goes uneventful. And we go into the next day. Avril, Israel, which one of you wishes to give me a 20?
Just a flat 20.
Yep, 1d20.
There you go.
You start your trek in the morning. And you continue on. Muffinita, since you're keeping watch, why don't you give me a perception? With ease, you spot them. Coming down the road in your direction seems to be a foot patrol. And upon closer look, you notice that they have a banner flying the Slovenia's military's colors.
I will draw attention to them, to Alvaro.
Slovenia is where we were just at, right?
Where you are currently.
There we are currently. Is road patrol with this kind of decoration a normal occurrence?
Yeah. Especially getting closer to the capital is not unexpected. Upon inspecting, it's just a little over a dozen soldiers.
Okay. How far away are we from High Keep at this point?
Probably about 2 days.
As they kind of approach, I'll nod to them and ask how the roads are ahead.
In front, leading 14 other soldiers, seems to be, the lieutenant of the group. And he nods in return, his visor of his helmet up, and goes, the roads ahead are quite safe.
Very good.
We have not come across anything of worry. Just as you get... No, he seems wholeheartedly honest.
The question of... we probably don't want to sound the alarm now. There's really not much that a platoon 2 days out of the capital can really do. Were you about to describe something?
He was just going to say, as you get closer to the High Keep, you'll find more farmsteads as you encroach. You may see more traffic.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Safe travels.
You as well. Keep ever vigilant. And I'll give a stereotypical parting phrase for the region, which I don't know off the top of my head.
They continue marching their way past, and you continue on your way.
Oh, streetwise. Actually, it'd be knowledge local, I think.
It would be. I
Yeah.
could make something up. Just don't have anything off. I don't have anything in the chamber right now.
And you encroach on the next typical spot of camping, which is occupied by another group. You camp with them, or do you keep moving forward?
I need a little bit more information on the group before I...
It just looks like a couple farmers. They have an ox-drawn wagon with, bushels of vegetables, grains. Probably 4 of them. They are not demonic farmers, as implied just said.
I know, it's the right hand of the GM. Could have some weight.
Can't be too sure.
And suddenly, in news at High Keep, there's a rash spree of farmers that have just randomly disappeared.
In other news, there's a farmer rash going through High Keep, causing them to reappear. More at 11. Yeah, if they're willing, we should camp with them.
Yeah, why not? They're there as long as we're not encroaching too much.
Safety in numbers.
Yeah, they'd probably appreciate it.
They are indeed welcoming. Ah, yes! Come camp with us. We're making sausages. There's a dog running about with them.
Aw. I will be watching them make the sausages. Intently.
You're just like next to the fire, just staring.
I'm gonna stay away from the dog.
The other 3 goblins are staying in the cart, very nervously. In fact, of the 3 farmers that are there, only one isn't put off by a goblin presence. The other 2 are keeping their distance.
Apprehensive?
Yeah, apprehensive is a good way to put it. Anyone wish to speak with the farmers at all, or just go about your guys' business and make camp?
Oh yeah. I'd like to speak with them, but I'll help set up camp. Got to make sure the other goblins are at least doing things. So let's see here. I don't know if I have anything that can really work for... Oh, I suppose I could diplomacy my own goblins to overcome their fear.
Yeah.
Perfect. Get out of the cart. You need to help. I know. It's scary.
As the dog comes up and sniffs your leg.
Yeah, hang on. Ha ha! As I'm just straight up just giving him directions while acrobatically dodging the dog without deviating.
Demarius, is a prime opportunity for you if you wish to do a special chance of worship to Valoria and tell stories around a fire.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's tell some stories.
You can go ahead and do it at advantage.
Oof. It's a fine story.
It's a fine story. Which story are you going to regale these few farmers?
I could tell them about a secret grove of druids in, where was that? Elsad?
Correct.
Yes.
They're not necessarily enthralled, but they're encapsulated with your story. In fact, they're sharing their sausages with the party, sharing what meal and drink they have.
Hey, careful throwing the word enthralled around right now when we're on the hunt for a necromancer.
I use the words I use for a reason.
Beguiled.
I said what I said.
They're not enthralled. It's fine.
That's a good thing. Yeah. Wouldn't that be disheartening to you, to poor Demirs? He tells them a story, they turn into zombies.
Israel, you mentioned you wanted to speak with the farmers as well.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Which farmer do you approach? The one who seems to be the leader and not put off by your arrival, or the one of the other two?
Yeah, sure, we'll go with the lead. I'm assuming the oldest one of the farming group would be the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 100%. Go to the old guy. Old people always have answers.
Well, hello, little one.
Hi. So, I'm just curious about what it is that you guys do. And what goes on in these areas.
Oh, we're just humble farmers. We're
Okay.
taking grain and vegetables to Somrel to see if we can make some trades and make some coin to bring back home.
How do you do that in that sense? I will inquire as into like the finagling and such of prices and how they change, basic economical crap. You know, like
And he gives you a
supply and
rundown
demand.
on like a farmer's market on what they do.
Yeah.
He tells you that normally they go to High Keep, but High Keep is currently plentiful, so they're testing their luck on possibly a smaller market where they can make better coin despite the longer journey.
Then how do they know, like when the market shifts and whatnot? Like, is there a courier, or is it just something bartenders know?
Well,
Like, how do
He-
they
he
find out
doesn't.
their information?
he doesn't know. He just knows that High Keep is plentiful with produce, so he's hoping that Somrel is not as plentiful and that he could make more money.
Oh, okay. And then how do you know when not to?
Sometimes you just don't know.
Well, I hope that they're out of produce, but not enough that they're starving.
We wish not to
Yeah.
starve anyone.
And if they are starving, I hope you show up before they die from starving. Because that would be sad.
It would be sad, little one.
I don't like being hungry.
Then he gives you a
It
sausage.
It hurts. Eee.
Anyone else wish to speak about anything with the farmers?
Nothing in particular.
Nope.
Yeah, I feel like we should be playing this a little close to the chest. We don't want to incite panic and make other people worried about things that they have really no
Oh yeah, no. I don't
means
intend.
to influence.
Oh,
I don't-
and I don't know if this will matter, but I'm also going to be writing down notes from the farmer.
Are you keeping it
Yeah.
in the book from Relevant or
No, I have my own other book. I have
Okay.
my own journal.
okay?
Nope. Just fun little side notes and stuff to add into it, and might refer to Brillavant's book, but this is not quite the same level of diplomacy. It's more like just trade and economic stuff.
Okay.
Oh, make that notation there. I was just seeing if they would be curious as the fact of one, it's a goblin, and two, the goblin actually knows how to read and write.
They don't show any particular fascination with it.
All right, and then I'll
Through your
probably go
conversation
back.
talking with the old man, the other two warm a little bit, but they still keep their distance.
Yeah. This will make excellent notes for teaching those other three imbeciles. I mean, children.
All right. First up on the watch is you also take note that the farmers are having their own watch rotation.
Okay. I believe that's me.
Okay.
And whenever Muffins gets back.
Your
Hi.
watch is with a particularly young human who sticks close to their cart or their wagon. You maintain your distance, or do you try approaching?
I could try approaching. I won't make any means of hiding it.
Give me a perception before you approach.
Okay.
You notice that he is particularly on edge
At me or at
in general.
in general? Ah,
You could probably summarize that it's the fact that there are 4 goblins in this camp.
so it is me. In that sense, are you afraid of something out there? Is it? Let's see. How young is he?
Late teens.
All right, young human.
He grabs his pitchfork a little bit more sturdy. No, not at all.
There. Now we'll just get to the cut to the crux of it. So is it something you fear in the camp?
I would never say such a thing.
You know? It's okay. I understand. I could give a long history story of goblins and how they normally are terrible creatures and stuff, and I'm not going to try and convince you that as a whole they aren't. But there are some that are different. I would like to think myself as one of those, but...
Give it diplomacy.
Oh wow, 1, 2, 3.
Not bad. And you manage to ease his concerns a little bit. He's not so shaky in his boots. In fact, you're able to have a deeper conversation through your watch regarding goblins as a whole, if you wish.
Yeah, you might as well. Just give him some fun little ins and outs and how to probably understand. You know, for the most part, if a goblin's actually taking the time to speak to you in common, you probably don't need to worry that much. Now, that being said, I'm different. I'm trying to make them different, too. So that maybe one day, all goblins can be looked at as being different than what they're looked at now.
All right. Muffinita's watch is with a slightly older human. Do you approach the human at all?
No, I'll pull out my string and do Cat's Cradle string game stuff. Ooh. Are they watching me?
They are watching. They're bemused.
Okay. At one point... Wait. Do I notice that they're watching me?
Yeah, they're not hiding it.
Okay, at one point I'll stop, pick up a pebble, look at them to catch their eye,
Mhm.
and do like a 1, 2, 3 to throw the pebble up in the air.
Okay.
And then as the pebble hits the apex, I will turn invisible.
Uh, give me. Oh, what kind of roll would that be? Could you give me a bluff check? They follow the pebble up, and when they look back down and you're gone, they almost jump out of their boots and fall out of the wagon.
Okay, this will cause me to giggle, and I will just appear visible again, having not moved.
It has struck his curiosity. How did you do that?
I'll just wink and say, "Girl's gotta have her secrets," and then continue playing with my string.
He spends the rest of his watch tossing up a pebble every so often, trying to vanish, and obviously not succeeding. Avril, your watch comes up, and it's with the old man of the group.
Does it seem like everybody's like this is like a family, or is this just a couple of farmers?
Yeah, you could take a look and notice the family resemblance of the three.
And it's just me and the old man at this point.
Correct.
Okay.
He's smoking a pipe, not hanging on to the pitchfork like the other two kids were.
Sure. Makes sense.
Do you approach at all?
Yeah. I'll saddle up next to him essentially. Take the 180 degree watch. Like if we're like leaning against a log, I'll lean against the other half.
He offers you some of the pipe tobacco.
I will gladly accept. Slumroll's a heck of a travel for perishable goods there.
Ah, it is. But high keep is so plentiful that prices are very stable. So we're taking a chance, seeing if Samril can gain us some extra riches. My other two boys and my wife are tending to our farm.
Very good.
What brings you in the direction of high keep, if that's not prying too much?
If it becomes probably too much, I'll be sure to let you know. But for now, you're fine. We're headed off to meet with some dignitaries.
Oh. Don't take this the wrong way. I didn't take you among the high court.
Oh, we're not.
Oh.
Nah.
Shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I apologize for that.
There's nothing wrong with being vigilant, but definitely keep an eye open and a mind open as well. It's helpful. And I'll point to the gaggle of goblins that are all probably sleeping in a
Just
pile.
in a pile of a goblin cuddle puddle, basically.
Yeah, exactly. See that one over there? And I'll point to Israel.
Oh yes, he was asking me about our journey. I admit I haven't met a goblin as inquisitive as that one.
He's technically the most decorated out of all of us.
No kidding. Huh.
Official title, member of the Black Guard?
Branded blades.
The Branded Blades. Member of the Branded Blades across the sea.
I'm not familiar with the branded blades.
It's a militaristic guard type organization. They keep the peace. Very honorable.
Oh.
Incredible combatants.
Well, tickle me fancy.
But No one. The odds are that most people will never know, or care to ask, for that matter. So,
Damn shame that people are summarized by tone of skin, racials, or even what dangly parts they have between their legs. It's a damn shame.
it's just the part where we spike the camera and then the after school special music plays.
We don't get political on this game, not at all.
Okay, and I'll actually lean in closer to the older gentleman.
He leans in too.
And I will whisper to him, as you approach Somro with your family, I keep an eye open.
Oh,
There's something going on that could be very dangerous, and we're on the lookout for it. The first sign of trouble, come back to home.
how dangerous.
We don't know yet. But
He looks over to the, A-frame tent that houses his boys. He goes, no coin's worth their safety. I think we'll just turn the other direction.
I think Somro's fine, but I wouldn't go farther past than Somro.
Well, I'll talk with my eldest son and we'll make a decision in the morning. Thank you for that information.
We're keeping the information close because it's so unknown at this point. So try and keep it to yourself, and if you run into others like yourself who seem like they can keep a level head,
Oh, you know how we peasants gossip. Well, at least my wife does.
And we've hit the other end of the after school special. Very well. Just the roads can be lonely and dangerous sometime. Gotta look out for each other.
I appreciate your words. As I said, I'll speak with my eldest in the morning. We'll make our decision then.
The rest of the watch will probably go pretty uneventfully quiet.
Morning comes round.
And no, I'm not a hypocrite for deciding not to notify the guards and notify this guy. Guards are going to do something stupid and run off immediately.
I was just waiting for the old man to turn to you and say, "It's dangerous to go alone." Pulls out sword. Take this.
He's not that old.
Doesn't matter.
All right, morning comes, and the farmers have their little family meeting. Some words are exchanged, and they come to an agreement. And the older man nods in your directions, Avril, and goes, "We're going to give our chance to Somro. You folks have a mighty fine journey, and may Iomedae watch over you." They load up on their wagon, and they continue on their way.
May the gods bless your travel. When you get there, meet up with Tavern Keep here. The one at the Rose and Compass.
Flower and compass. Close.
I'm getting 75% there every time.
Every time. If we make our coin, I think a pint is in due order. They wave their goodbye and they continue on their journey.
Nice family. Sweet kids.
All right, the last major leg of your journey. Give me that last 20, Israel.
I think I did this right. Yeah. Perfect.
You mount up, you pack up your camp, mount up, and head on your way. It's a nice sunny day. Seems acts of good shine down on you. The weather is pleasant. The birds are chirping in the air. And this leg of the journey is uneventful as you approach your last final resting point in the distance. You can see a city just about a third of the about a quarter of a day's journey from the camp spot. The city is on a river, but has some incline of a plateau with a vibrant castle at the top. This is your final watch for your trip. Let's get those last perceptions. The chirps of crickets in the night, the howls of a wolf in the distance, or a coyote barking away. The night is uneventful, a little cool to the skin, but pleasant nonetheless. You come into the next morning where you finish the last leg of your journey. Anything you guys wish to talk before entering High Keep itself?
Who is our contact in High Keep?
The queen.
It can't just be. There's got to be a step below, right?
You guys never asked.
You're kidding. Ugh.
Well,
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, before you, in disgust, the guild would have a presence in this city, right? Being
Yeah.
the capital, so we could just go there first.
I think that. Yeah,
That's
the
standard
guild would be a
reason.
good, fair answer to the question.
Seems prudent. Let us go.
Okay.
Give me that high keep map.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll give you that map.
Now,
Wow.
wholesale.
All right, Muffins. How many people you see?
I love the version of Rorschach tests.
I see one person.
Oh my god.
Here it goes. Here it goes. This is the face,
I see it too.
and then it's the roads.
At least this guy doesn't have an arm coming out of his shoulder.
You're welcome.
Here's a better one.
Wait,
Oh
isn't
god,
that
we're
how?
competing now?
Isn't that how
All right,
arms
let me try
work?
and find one.
Did you just say at least his arm isn't coming out of his shoulder? Isn't that
Yeah,
how
the one in
arms
Somro
work?
had an arm coming out of its shoulder.
Is that how arms work?
Well, no, it's like. Sorry, I meant neck.
75% there.
It checks out.
I am-
Avril's always 75% there.
I am too sober for these responses. What the hell?
Yeah, checking, making sure. You know, it indirectly comes out of the neck via the shoulder, so you're not completely inaccurate.
You will be coming in this road here on the southern part of the Purple Cross District. And as you do encroach, you do see more and more farmsteads on the outskirts and more populated buildings. It starts out, despite this being the poorer part of the district that's outside the walls, the houses seem to be built better. The wealth distribution seemed to be not a huge divide. I like your cat, Levi.
I don't know how to delete things.
Click on it and delete.
Ah, it's a little off. I was gonna say it's kind of like a praying mantis, but it's the antenna. Oh no, there we go. Or an ant. There.
I love
You
that.
see it?
Israel's like holding the map you guys own and just drawing on it with a crayon. Do you see it?
Do you understand how long it takes to make those? Stop! Don't draw.
Hang on. There's a way to do this. That works game mechanic wise. 100%. That's what's happening.
Yeah, you don't have a city map though, so you're safe.
Where are we entering from?
The southern part of the Purple Cross district.
Okay.
I
I imagine there will probably be like guards posted here.
There is.
So we
I
can probably
see.
ask them where the Bronze Dragoon's location is.
The guard looks at the other. First time here?
Yes.
Oh. They have an office at the castle.
Oh shit. All right. Thanks.
To the queen.
Make sure you have your identification ready.
I want to look at Alvaro. Do we have identification?
Assuming we have some form of guild insignia. How do you get rid of these things?
Click on them and delete them.
I'm. I want to say lapel pins. You know.
Lapel pin, brooch.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What
Because
about
like
a
it can't be
goblin?
signet ring because we use too many other rings anyways.
You can wear more than 2 rings in this game. You just can't wear more than 2 magic.
I know, but I've already got 8.
Oh, yeah. You can. You just have to choose which one, and you can't change it
Toe ring.
until later.
Yeah, everybody get out your guild toe ring.
It would take up the foot slot. All right, I don't know. I can't get rid
Man,
of
a few
other-
years back we changed from the belly button ring to the toe
Yeah.
ring, and people were mad.
Finding the castle is obvious. There's the road inclines upward towards up the plateau where the castle is. You make your way. Along your way, you find peddlers selling, freshly made
Bicycles.
food or,
There we go. Got it.
clothing, all sorts of things. Just street peddlers. As you approach the castle gates, you are immediately stopped. Hey, you just can't come in here with a cart.
Where's the nearest stable?
Which way did you come in? Or, I suppose, there's one outside the Purple Cross district. Both gates have one. If you want to go north, there's one right side out the Kit Taylor's gate. East.
Doop.
Beep, 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 beep. As we back up the cart.
Nay! Nay! Nay!
Is there one Silver Forge?
Yes.
Boom, done.
Okay, you find one of the stables. Ran by kind of a very well kept dwarf. Hello.
Aye.
Do you want to leave your fine steeds with us?
I would.
How many would that be?
4? Right? One for the cart, one for Damaris, the goat, and me. Am I missing any?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
4.
Okay. Oh. There is an upcharge on the card. That is okay, yes? Of course it is. You don't want to just leave it sitting out in the street. Okay.
Can I just take a moment? I love how every time, Wholesale, you try and do a high-pitched female voice, it always devolves into the same
It's not a female.
high-pitched voice. It always devolves into the same tone after like 3 sentences.
I can't do high pitch. I'm sorry.
All pitches lead back to falsetto, and all accents lead back to German.
Sorry, this is not pitch perfect.
Watch Mrs. Doubtfire and go on an entire day trying to talk like Mrs. Doubtfire. You'll be fine.
Oh. My vocal cords
Anyhow,
already
yeah,
hurt.
we'll want to store the cart as well.
For all of it, 1 gold piece a day.
Oh, that's right, Yuri. 1 gold piece a day. Try to do an old lady. That makes it even funnier.
Who's paying me my gold?
I'll pay 1 gold for the day.
Do you want to?
Actually, I'll pay 2 because we're probably going to be here another day after today.
I was gonna say, probably.
Can we?
Gives you your claim check for your steeds.
I was gonna say, can we start a tab?
Oh, they'll keep them, and they'll just won't give them back until we pay up.
Exactly. Don't want to overpay.
Okay. Back to the castle.
Back to the cat. What are we doing with the goblins?
Well, they said that there was a guild thing in there, right?
Okay, we're gonna leave them at the guild hall in the castle.
Well, yeah. When we go present ourselves beforehand, we're not bringing the goblins now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Listen, we just got gotcha'd by the cart. I'm not leaving anything up to chance anymore.
Hello? Hi. You must not be from here. Some little gnome comes walking up to you.
Who's you?
No, we aren't. How may I help you?
Ismar, how can I help you?
Okay. How
Would
can
you
help us?
like to buy a city map? I have specially curated a gaggle of spots that you would likely want to visit.
What makes a spot something that we would want to visit?
I have grown up here my whole life, and I know the better places to visit. From taverns, to blacksmiths, to a fantastic jeweler, or even an enchanter. And for you holy types, looks at Demirius, possibly a church that you might be interested in.
Do you potentially have a map of famous people who might happen to live here by chance, or other places of recreation?
What kind of recreation? Are
I
you
don't
looking for
know,
spice? I can find you spice.
Oh,
This is nope.
Your sense motive, Demirius?
Almeriel definitely thinks about it for a minute.
Your sense motive, Demirius. He's not lying, but most likely the special curation of where he's selecting is places of business that he is partnered with.
Absolutely, this is a busk job. There's, yeah.
But
Al's been around.
it feels that
they're not an idiot.
it feels very much the map is legitimate. For 5 gold, this map could be yours. He pulls it out and waves it. Look at how great it is.
How much are maps stereotypically?
Give me a knowledge local or an appraise.
10.
Alvaril.
You asked the question.
2 Alvaril. I guess I do have local.
Yeah, I don't actually. I don't have
Wow.
local. No,
I don't know shit about maps.
I'm
5 gold seems like a reasonable price.
All local as well.
Muffinita, 5 gold seems like a reasonable price.
I localed. Yokel locals.
Israel, you take the local from what you know for your area. Might be a little steep, but those maps don't have anything on it, so it could be reasonable.
Or like the cost of the labor sort of thing.
Right.
Um,
And you kind of have the same same
Hey,
notes,
hold-
Avril. You feel you might be able to bargain it down just a little bit.
Wholesale. I have a different question that might retcon a little bit of this conversation.
Mhm.
Can this be the guy I know in town?
Oh. I gotta really look at the rules that we determined on that.
You guys getting dragged off to the couch room?
No.
Oh,
No,
come on.
it
pin
was
that.
something that
No, of course I
that
didn't
we
pin that.
we set up as I set up the character, and I rarely ever use.
Ah. Okay.
Mainly because we keep going to the same places.
Well, while you're doing that, if we can negotiate, let's negotiate.
Well, hold on.
No, you're ruining my fun. Well, we got it anyways. We'll see what happens.
If not, fine.
No, I like being able to use
I
that.
find the idea of having like a street hustler as my guy I know in town very hilarious and useful.
I know that we had
Hang on a sec
guidelines
here.
for it.
It's fine. I'll look it up later.
Stop it, you. I just don't remember which chat we put it under.
It would have been the
I thought so too, but yes, this can be it.
cool.
You should make him like the Avatar's The Last Airbender, the guy who was one dude but 3 brothers. The merchant. Doc, Shu, and Bushi. He just wears different hats.
So he comes up and is like,
Does
"Hey,
not recognize you and still is trying to peddle this
Yeah.
map.
Man, I let him go through his charade a little bit, and like as we're appraising the map prices, I eventually start giggling, and he's like, "Wow, I really don't get out to this neck of the woods that often for you to fully not recognize me.
There you
For
go.
shame."
He looks at you.
Squints his eyes.
He
pulls a
squints and
mysterious
goes,
Step
ah,
ladder out.
ah. I don't know you.
And he pulls a monocle out.
Please, Mr. Bellowgift, how could you forgive me? Come on,
Do I owe you money?
you could say that.
Yes. Default answer, yes. Worst case, they think you're sly.
Nah, money's not where it's at. Favors, it's where it's at. So, Whistler, I apologize to cut off a potential sale, but I'm not going to let you take my friends for a ride.
Ah! How much money do I owe you?
Trust me. This is better. Don't worry about it. We are here to see the Queen.
What I'm doing is completely legal, 100%. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Oh, I'm sure she'd agree.
Yes,
I hope there is
absolutely.
actually- Can I see the map?
The sense motive, absolutely 100% illegal.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. But
He lets
there
you.
are bigger.
He hands you
there
the
are
map
bigger
of,
fish to fry.
to take a look at it.
Yeah. All right.
It's
Where's is of all of his favorite taverns are on this map? Oh Jesus, that was quick.
you're looking at the map.
Cool. Which ones are his taverns?
The taverns that he listed is the number 1 is the Stunted Rest, the number 2 is the Blue Snake, and the third one is the Noble Moon Inn.
Which color?
Yellow.
Okay. You said this. How about this one? It'll point to number 3. This one's yours, right? You got any vacancies?
It's not mine, but I think.
Yeah, of course. Look, you're fine. This one of your favorite taverns. Do you happen to know if the owner of it has any vacancies?
My liege, I can go talk to Miss Glenfellow.
Well, if you could get a room prepared for us, that'd be great. We'll be by later this evening.
He still doesn't quite know who you are.
I use my new gauntlets, my gauntlets of what did I call? What are they called? My sleeves of many garments. I roll up my sleeves and my clothes change to the outfit that I was wearing the last time we played a game together. Now you remember.
I swear, Avril, I was going to pay you.
Don't worry about it. You'll pay me back, I'm sure.
You can have the map. I'll go talk to Miss Glenfellow.
Cool.
Should I put the room? The room in your name?
Yeah, just the room in my name would be great.
And away this gnome scampers off.
Anxious fellow, but really good. Man, you should see the way that he bluffs.
What is the rest of your reactions?
I raise an eyebrow.
I knew you enjoyed games, but I didn't take you for high stakes.
You don't put in the middle, you can't win it back. You know?
Guess it means we found lodging.
I'll hand the city map to Israel.
I'll get you the list of the places.
Cool. Yeah, don't worry. It's not an immediate thing.
Is a flower and compass anywhere on this map?
No, you don't see a flower and compass on the map.
Yeah, I didn't think so. He said temple, and I was like, you don't know who I fucking serve. Dumbass. Shitty ass salesman.
All right, with a map in hand, which way are you heading?
I think we're heading to the castle, right?
To the castle!
Yes.
All right. When you hit this intersection, you see the place where Avril's acquaintance mentioned. Up here. Israel, do make me a perception. The second time passing through.
So I didn't notice that my speaker or my headphone was off.
Ah.
But I asked what's spice? At our eyebrow raising reaction to the gnome running away.
Oh, it's a drug, right?
Yes, it is.
I mean, are you asking?
No, I'm asking the universe.
No.
Yeah. Oh, it's a libation.
Okay.
In some cases.
Yeah.
You're asking the universe. Does that mean you already took some?
Would
Yeah.
explain a lot for today.
Follow-up
This-
question. If you're taking some, are you only doing 75%?
The spice
Yeah,
must
I
flow.
don't want to have too much curse. Otherwise, the run gets really difficult to go through. And then you don't get any more items, and it's a bad time.
Oh.
Oh,
So
here.
Get that reference.
that's the place. That's
This
where
would
we're at?
be. You recognize the holy symbols from your guardian and teacher, the Religious Institute of Iomade.
You're addressing this to me.
Yes.
Ah, I know that. And I'm gonna say we have more pressing matters, but I'll keep that in a mental note.
And a physical note, you've got the map.
Well, it probably would have said like Church of Iomade, and I might recognize that by its wordage, but then I would definitely recognize the symbolism. So I'm assuming we're now at the castle.
Yes, you are now at the castle. The guard
What?
now welcomes you a little bit more warmly and goes, "State your business."
I believe we're here to address the queen.
Not just
On
anyone
bus-
can go
on
see the
business.
queen.
On business of the Bronze Dragoons.
Do you need to step into their office then? Are you here for the dragoons or the queen? What is your business?
We are here on behalf of the dragoons for the queen. To see? Yeah, to see.
The guard
Yeah.
looks over at like a squire and goes, "All right, let me see your identification." Hey, squire! Bring these people to the dragoons.
Present my my silver badge.
Little hall pass.
And he's going to let the four of you in, but the three goblins that are in tow that don't have any identification will have to sit behind.
Is there a place I can send them?
That's up to you.
I'm assuming it's okay. Is there a guild for the Bronze Dragoons? It's outside of the castle.
No.
Within the keep walls.
They only have the office.
And I'll probably look to somebody. Is there any way you could possibly go in there and procure some, and I will watch them?
I'll do what we can.
Perfect. And you guys can proceed. I will try. Desperately, actually, no, I will try and invade to stay in one spot. Definitely keeping an eye on them.
They're being,
Anyways. What's that? That little purple number 1.
that would be jeweler.
Gems.
Ah! And
Right.
actually, we'll keep some time. I will go over there and bring these little 3 hellions, and they will behave.
Roll me an intimidate check.
Super intimidating. They don't
Do it
know
at
any better.
advantage.
Huh? Do it at advantage?
Yes. Okay.
Better.
You get 3. Eep! Okay.
And then
Well,
I will with my unrefined jewels that I have kept,
Mhm.
go over and talk to the jeweler.
Okay. Well, we'll start with the 3 going. The squire leads you through the gates, and you coming into the main courtyard. You have vision of a great white castle, alabaster and marble, and large front gates. But instead of going through the large front gates into the castle itself, you're brought around to the left side there to a smaller door with the emblem of the Bronze Dragoons. Stepping through the door after the squire leaves you there, you find just like a little office with a kind of a bookish, big round glasses of a halfling sitting behind a desk. Hello.
Step up to the desk and sign into the logbook. Hey, do you guys have visitor passes?
No?
Shame. Got a couple of extras that we wanted to bring in to at least to the guild hall, and they won't let them in without proper ID.
We're just an office. We don't actually have a full established hall here.
Yeah, well, they're with us. Is more what I'm saying. This is like a doctor's office kind of thing. Like there's a reception area, and whatever.
Yeah, and there's like a right behind her is a door to another, like a closed door to possibly another office part. She does look behind you, and there's 4 chairs, and she goes, I suppose while you're here conducting business, I might be able to convey keeping an eye on your compatriots that aren't part of the guild.
That would be incredibly helpful.
I butt in. Hi, we're from the chapter house in Ashburn.
Born.
Oh! I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna lead with that. My apologies.
I expected you a day sooner, but obviously got held up. That's fine. I will arrange for your meeting with Her Royal Highness. She wanted to meet with all of you personally. I don't think I'll be able to arrange it for today. Will you still? I assume you'll still be in town tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, joyous. I will set that up. She pulls out a little like logbook or like a planner and like flips through and goes, "How's mid-morning sound for you guys? Will that work? Please tell me that will work."
That sounds lovely. Thank you.
Okay. Where are you staying?
Staying at the
Noble Moon Inn.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll send one of our pages to let you know that the appointment is confirmed. If you're not there, I'll have them leave it with the front desk. And oh, such joyous time! How was this Elsad?
Sorry.
It was great if you don't account for the evil necromancer that tried to take over and kill us.
Oh, really? Necromancers? That must have been terrifying.
Not fun, but we didn't give him much chance to talk, so
Oh.
it all worked out.
Okay. Well, I'll get this started. I'll send the page as soon as possible.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Oh, bring a receipt for your room stay. The guild will obviously cover it while you're here.
Wonderful. Do you
Wait,
guys
are
have
we-
a rookery here by chance?
Oh, is there a message you wish to send?
We had actually had sent we had sent word back to try and send notice here because that's where we were headed. I wanted to check and see if there was anything waiting for them.
We haven't had any messages come in. But
Okay.
I will check with our Rookmaster and see if there's something that's come in previous. I will.
Appreciate it.
And she looks down. Of course. How'd you sign in on the logbook?
I signed in with my name. When like I would since this is like official guild business, no funny business, like our name in there.
Did you use your guys' new group name?
Yes. Well, would there be a spot for it in the logbook?
Yeah. There's many groups of guildies that party together for longevity.
Yeah, we definitely use the new group name. Yeah.
I will.
And I did notice that you changed the server name, by the way.
Aha. You guys have a name now.
Only 25 sessions in.
A few. Just a few. Well, I will let the queen know that the Bronzegarde is ready for her, and I will let you know of the confirmed appointment.
Thank you very much.
All right. While you guys are heading back out of the castle grounds, we will cut to Israel and his gaggle of goblins. Entering the jeweler crown amulet. Upon entering it, you find a elegantly dressed male elf behind a glass case, bestowing many jeweled rings, amulets, bracelets.
Hello, good sir.
Looks
Might I
around for a
inquire-
second, then looks down over the counter and go. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception?
Yes. 10 plus what your rank is.
It would just be 13.
You miss it then. Ah, yes.
I think I did
How
that
can
right.
I help you?
Wait, you only have a +3 to your perception?
Well, I mean, it's not total. He said ranks. 10 plus ranks.
Oh, sorry. Ranks and your
It's your plus. It's your plus to your perception.
yes, plus your perception.
Oh, okay, so it's 10 plus whatever my normal perception unrolled is.
Correct.
Yes.
Then it's 23.
Oh, then you catch the sneer on its face before it vanishes just as quick.
Mm.
How may I help you?
Well, I was wondering if there might be some vestige. Well, I can't. Would vestiges actually be a good way to phrase that? Items to wear. Vestments that I might be able to procure in your shop.
Sir,
Oh, wow, that's a terrible diplomacy.
this is a jewelry shop. Is there a ring that we might be able to sell you on your meager budget?
Are any of them magical?
What are you looking for?
Oh, a ring and an amulet. A ring of protection and an amulet of natural armor. Ones.
No, nothing like that.
Okay. Then I will proceed to just turn around and walk out.
About the time you're coming out of the jewelry shop, you see your compatriots coming out of the castle gates.
Greetings. No one's gonna respond.
Oh.
Am I too far away? As I'm just shouting into the noise?
Are you asking me? Or
Well,
No, you guys.
that's what I was saying. He said, you walk out and the rest of your party's right there. And I say, greetings to the party of compatriots.
I'll wave back.
How did it fare in there?
We have a meeting tomorrow. We will be, I guess, let known. Oh, that's the weird way to say that. They'll let us know at
Informed?
confirmation
We'll be informed.
at the end sometime between now and tomorrow.
It's supposed to be mid-morning.
Okay. Well, do we have a? Do we need to? What time of day is it?
That's a good question.
Just probably before noon,
Before noon. So,
midday.
who's up for shopping? Not at that place.
Yeah, I was thinking we could get at least some stuff for the party.
Perfect. Because I need to procure some things, trinkets and such, magical ones. I have all this gold that apparently this guy didn't want to take. That's
Yeah.
okay because of my meager budget. Don't worry, I'll make a pit stop before we go back. I try to do better, but I have been accused of being petty. And for whatever reason is, that particular long ear, as I casually wiggle my own long ears, really rubs me the wrong way.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Screw that guy.
I suppose I'm not really hiding the perturbedness of my attitude towards him now that I've left.
Some people are not worth our business.
Nope. Even if he had what I wanted, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Unless there was literally no other ones that had it. Anywho's, let's go find, and probably, as I'll look to the three goblins, who have probably been minding their manners.
Yep.
Were we able to possibly get them passage into the castle?
They're working on it.
Okay. So they don't have any, like, a guild house in the city?
No, it's just an office.
Yeah, it's just like a small station. It's not like in Ashburn.
Okay. Just to clarify on that one. Alright, well, I was thinking if I could. Is there a need for staff?
What do you mean by staff?
Well, I'd really like to give these kids here a proper livelihood and education. Also, don't want them coming with us, because they'd probably die. Horribly. If that makes sense. And I figure at this point, the guild wouldn't be in a bad situation for them to be, because they want to be like me.
Well, that may be tricky. I mean, I guess we can go see if our rooms are available and they can stay in our room. But
Well, I mean, to be fair, they are goblins. So, unless you're going to tie them up, I highly doubt that's going to work for more than 15 minutes. Unsupervised. But that's okay. Like, they can just stay with us for now. I'm trying to find a place for them to be educated so they don't have to come with us. But I'm not going to leave them out high and dry. And I'll just sort of lay out my plan of how I want to educate these goblins. In short order details. Basically, I do want to just pawn them off here, but give them a fighting chance at becoming civilized.
oh, I see what you mean.
And trained. I intend over, I'm assuming, at least 2 to 3 days we might be here. To try and set up multiple situations to get them education and some means of defending themselves, and ideally a job. Which is why I asked if there was any notion of maybe understaffed office here. Which is probably going to be a little harder to work with. But I believe in myself. Anyways, who wants to go shopping?
Shopping does sound good.
Also, not at that guy. And if the map is any indication, if he's any indication about the people's attitudes on this map, we don't need this map.
You know, that's true. We could ask. We can ask some people around town.
That sounds
Instead.
good.
Should we not wait until we're paid, then go shopping?
Yeah, I would agree with that idea.
Well, we can. It really depends on how much we have, because we're stuck here until we get paid tomorrow, ideally, or awarded, and we can always order stuff and pay later. I mean, when you shine like 1,000 plus gold to anybody and say, "Hey, here's a down payment. I'll have the rest tomorrow," they'll probably be like, "Yeah, I think we can hold on to that."
I don't think it works that doesn't make any sense.
Say, like, if you're procuring an item that needs to be made or modified.
We don't know how much we're gonna get, so how are you going and spending money you don't even know if you have yet?
Because
So you see, Israel and I have worked out a system, and I've given Israel a number that shows how much he's able to like pay back, so that way other vendors can understand how much they can like give him on lean. You know, it's a system I'm trying out. I think it'll work really well.
I was just going on the notion that if we had enough to pay for it and we don't know how much, we would just simply keep some in reserve. You know, don't go. Ugh. I wasn't going to buy anything I couldn't afford at the moment. But if I knew I wanted more, we'll go with it. We'll go with Averils. Paying yourself ahead. Anywho's, I still want to. I mean, at the very least of being able to find a possibility of finding things a day earlier. But if not, we can go shack up at the tavern.
If you want to go shopping, go shopping. That's fine. I'm gonna head back to the inn and just lay low until tomorrow, essentially.
Okay. Meow. Meow.
Okay, so Muffinita's going to the tavern. Avril?
Yeah, I will go with Muffinita.
Mirius.
Well, I guess if everyone's just gonna wait until tomorrow, then suppose we can wait till tomorrow. Discuss what where people want to go. I think we should at least ask where things
At the very
are.
least, I'm going to the tavern to freshen up. We've been in the wilderness for 4 days.
That's why you should always have soap and never be afraid to bathe in streams.
Or the buckets of pure water I can create.
Oh, not all of us can fit in a bucket. Some of us can, though.
I'm going to teach you how to pour water next time.
But I want rich water.
I don't think bathing in wine's a good idea.
You've never tried it.
No, you're right. In person, out of character, I have never tried it. You're right.
Where's a fucking shrine of Orcus when you need one? Teleport me from this plane of existence.
In the clubhouse, we kept some of it.
But as it stands,
This seems like a really bad idea.
if you guys want to,
I think it was yours.
if you guys want to go retreat back to the place, I am going to head over to the church because it's still piqued my curiosity. And it's now given me an idea.
I'll go along just so that way you aren't by yourself.
Oh, it's fine. Well, I'm not. I have 3 goblins with me.
Yeah, that makes that
So
situation
you are
better.
not the only party member that is not
Keeping bad things from possibly happening. You don't want to hear about a church getting ransacked by goblins.
No, I sure don't.
Even though I highly doubt that would be how it would end. But yeah, no, I get it. Mischief check. Got it.
Yes, exactly.
Or which group wants to go first?
You can. If people want to go back to the tavern, go with them first.
Okay.
All right, the party divides. One goes north towards a temple. One goes south towards that tavern, the Noble Moon Inn. As you approach the building, it is a rich, dark wood structure, probably 3 stories high. And you enter. For midday, it's kind of quiet. You see a bar in the back with tables galore. Some of the tables are designated for games of chance. To your left, standing at a high counter with a book, is a female halfling. Avril, you take note, that being Miss Anne Glenfellow.
And Glenfellow, you said?
Anne Glenfellow.
Good afternoon.
Oh. Avril, it's been some years since you've come through here. Are you here
Spend some
for
time.
games or business? Oh, I suppose that would be business for you, wouldn't it?
Oh, chuckle. No, we're on a bit of a more serious type of work today. But if the opportunity arises, I won't say no. Whistler said that there would be a room available for us here.
Oh, you got him all up in a stir. He came in here in sheer panic.
So anxious. I don't know why.
Probably because of the money he owes you from the last game that you played here.
Probably. But details.
I still don't know how you pulled those aces out of your sleeve. I'll catch you one of these days.
Don't. I didn't. That's the point. I didn't.
But yes, you did get your reservation in.
Wonderful.
I'm going to be honest. You're going to have to pay for it because he has a tab with me too.
Hey, that's totally fine. As long as we can get a receipt.
Oh, someone picking up your tab, I see.
Told you it was business.
All right. How many nights?
Can we just start with 2 for now? That's how long we're at the stables as well. And if we have to go more, I'll let you know.
Okay, that'll be 6 silver.
Wonderful.
Well, how many of you are there? I see you have a
It's gonna be-
compatriot. Hello, young lady.
I nod my head.
How many?
We are gonna be up to 7, but we only need 1 room.
You debaucherous fellow. You. I will come knocking if the rooms are rocking. And proceeds to write up your receipt. And that'll be 6 silver pieces for 2 nights.
Here you go.
And suddenly I'm glad I didn't come. So many questions needing answers.
Yeah, that's a problem for the future.
Hands you your receipt and the room key. You'll be in room 7 up on the 2nd floor.
All right, thank you very much.
You wish to... Oh, you do know there is small bathing rooms as well.
I'll let Muffinita know. There is bathing rooms here if you're interested. I'm probably going to take one before we head back out again for the evening. If we even head back out for the evening.
Okay.
Very
Sorry, I'm distracted by the tables.
The table, those tables?
Mm-hmm.
They're just like regular poker dealing tables, right? Green felts with a sidebar.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not always poker, but some other games of chance will happen.
Hence, I am distracted by them.
You play?
Mm-hmm. We've played it in the past.
I recall that now. As the words left my mouth, I recalled it immediately. But I couldn't take them back.
I retcon my prior statement to, do you want to play?
Well,
Yeah.
Currently there's no one playing. That's more of a evening activity.
Well, there's this room tends to liven up really late in the evening. They run a wait a second. They run a couple of different interesting games here. I had a list of games that I had just made up and written down.
Well, in either case, I'm gonna go bathe and whatnot, and then change out of my road clothes and into my finery, since we'll be having a quiet evening here.
Well, I wouldn't put that into the world. Don't want to jinx us. But I think I will do much the same. Go up to the room, open it up, offload some stuff, go to the
It's a
washrooms, yada
very quaint room. Just 2 small beds, twin size like beds. Simple dresser, a long mirror.
I find a spot to put the clubhouse door on, and I open up the clubhouse.
Clubhouse opens up, and everything is as it should be.
Cool.
All right. While the pair of you freshen up, Israel and Demirius, you're making your way over to the Temple of Iomade. It is a large temple that has a marble statue of a woman holding up a sword in front of it at the top of the steps leading up to the main temple doors.
It's a lot bigger than the one that Alistair had. I assume he had a visage of her.
He did.
Yeah, it was at a poster above his bed.
He one-hand prayed every night.
Yeah, he really probably beat his prayers out. Anywho.
Masturbation.
No, it's religious self-relief. Anywho, yeah, I'll proceed in. And
As you
With-
enter through
with-
the large doors, kind of a hush happens from the exterior noises to the soft prayers of people in different pews or different clergy like people milling about.
I, with my little parade of goblins, and I assume Demiris too would be seen in our group.
Yep.
I will just make a perception check to see, looking for people who take notice and how they take notice of the clergy men, not.
A couple
prayer.
glance over in your direction, but no one approaches you.
Who has probably the most curious but not disdainful facial expression, if I can actually tell those with that perception check.
Someone towards the front of the temple, and who is behind or with a big stained glass window of Iomede's religious symbol, has taken quite a notice to you and is just watching you passively, but not approaching quite yet.
If I had, while approaching the temple, I would have flipped my outer robe from its darker side to the white side.
Okay.
One, for obvious reasons, to garner attention.
Demiris, you'll take note that there is the symbol on the crest on the back of that robe reflects similarly to the symbol that this temple has. The difference is there's more reds attached to it, and the sword is flipped, and the intricate long sword that encompasses the sword is quite different. It has more of a shining gem in the center of the pommel, so it's similar to this.
Curious. Do I find any significance in that?
It's very, like I said, very similar to Iomede's religious symbol.
But different.
Correct. It's just slightly different, possibly more attuned to a house symbol.
Okay.
I'll make my way over to that particular clergywoman.
It's a man.
Oh, it's a man? Oh, okay. I thought you said her in the she. Anyways,
It's a male
over to that.
Asmar.
Okay, that's a little less surprising now, because I've already glistened my eyesight onto the... Isn't your skin bronze colored, Demiris?
No, my hair is metallic in nature.
I've already had that surprise. Shininess. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'll move towards them.
As you start approaching, the man comes down from his perch and meets you halfway. Welcome. How may I assist you in this house of Iomade today?
Well, I'm not much in the way of, how would you say, devout, but I was once given a great gift by a man who was very endeared to this church, and I was wondering if I may ask of this church for help in possibly giving these three behind me the same blessings that the man who represented your church gave to me.
What did this man do for you?
I will go. I'd kind of give like a very light version of the after being released part of what happened in my life and then returning to Alistair.
A second chance. These 3 other goblins, then, you're wishing to do the same?
Yes, I would like to afford them the opportunity to not be killed like most of their brethren usually are, and also to not cause the same level of suffrage, and possibly, in time, and with good teachings, and an education, they can possibly become something that might actually change the world's view of our kind.
That is quite the noble task that you set yourself upon. Taking 3 orphans in is quite expensive. But I think we can make some room.
Well, I do have some means, but I would also like to just see if there's any way you could help me and maybe set up, and I can pay what I can.
Well, we will take them in. We will clothe them. I have to be honest. We will be teaching the ways of Iomade. So if you don't wish that, we would not be the choice for you. But we
Well-
will teach them her glory in honor, in law.
Is there somewhere I could find them to be educated? At least to,
They will learn to read, write, simple math. They will be educated,
will
All
they be
of-
allowed? Oh, go ahead.
as all of our orphans are. And if
Well-
when they come of age, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't know much about goblins, but it'll be a moment for me to learn as well. But when they come of age, if they wish to stay part of the church, Our Lady Valor will hold her arms open and accept them.
Well, I guess forgive my shrewdness at the statement. I want them to be, hopefully, be able to converse and be normal, but also be able to be able to defend themselves.
I assure you, if they wish to go down that path, our paladins and knights are some of the best combatants. They'll understand fundamentals of combat, but also the honor which combat brings.
Perfect. And then I'll turn to them and then explain to them that what I'm trying to offer. And that they do have a choice if they want to choose this life that follows mine. That there's going to be hardships and things they'll need to learn and rules they'll have to follow. But if they do, they will have a chance to be able to be like me. And have some of a much better life than what they've had.
Go ahead and do a
Then-
diplomacy at advantage.
Okay. Boop, and boop.
Goddamn. They graciously accept. The one leading the trio. Kneels at your feet. Thank you for this chance. Yeah.
You saying in Goblin or Common?
Goblin, all he knows.
Ah, I was hoping that maybe trying to teach him Common may have laid out a little bit.
Not enough time yet.
Fine. Okay. Fine. So. Perfect. I'm assuming you have somebody who can speak Goblin.
We have ways to communicate.
I've been trying to teach them at least the basics of what I know about. I assume Common is the way they refer to Common.
Yeah.
So, and yep, it would appear that they would graciously like to accept this offer that your church is presenting, and I would like to happily supply whatever is in my means to do so.
Whatever you wish to contribute, we will put forth to their education and training.
Would I give it to you, or?
I will take it.
All right.
How big of a tithe do you present?
I'm not gonna count it. It's already been counted out. But I'll hand you what would equate to 4,000.
Oh. That is quite generous. He takes it and he...
Is it too little?
That is, dare I say, overly generous.
Well, then if you're feeling like you want to be overly generous with their beyond a normal education and all the investments of making them into strong individuals, then by all means, use it. Or spread it among people who need it. They are not the only ones who have been unblessed with misfortune. Or have been, yeah. I'm sure they'll understand what I'm trying to say.
We will take your coin and put it to honorable and good use. I will take these 3. Make sure they are afforded the opportunities that your guardian presented you.
I appreciate that.
Is he a household name in High Keep?
No, he comes from a land across the sea. Would I know the name of the... I would know the name of the continent.
I don't even think I know the name of the continent. Man, do you remember the name of the continent? I know the city name.
Huh?
And
It was Sandstone was the city.
yeah, it's not the Sword Coast. Sorry, that's it's not Forgotten Realms, is it? No.
Yeah, it would be.
No, that's D&D.
Give me a second. I know what it is. I'll look it up.
Also nicknamed the Empty Lands. Yeah, Western from Faerun. Yeah, that is... No, we are talking about Baldur's Gate. Like, that's Faerun. That is the Forgotten Realms.
Oh, is it?
Yes. It's in, I believe, the northern part of it. I was trying to remember when it came to Faerun and such. But yeah, that's...
Where's my...
I love how it lets me do that, but it doesn't let me actually zoom in on the map. But if I remember right, the Sword Coast is actually south of Baldur's Gate. Or it's the entirety of the actual coastline.
Thanks. I've got the campaign book, The Rise of the Rune Lords.
Oh, Sandpoint, not Sandstone.
Yeah, it's Sandpoint. Varisia. Varisia. Varisia.
I'm assuming in the education I would have been given the basic geography and name of the continent
Yes.
and land, so I can give a reasonably detailed. But he's not originally from this land. Nor do I know if he's ever actually ventured here. Baricia?
Well, what is your guardian's name so we can send blessings to his house?
I would give the name that was given to me, Alistair
Mr. Gray.
Gray, of the Gray family.
So, now if you need anything else,
No, I think that covers everything. That you have been phenomenally helpful in more ways than one. I'm sure the rest of my party will be as equally as happy and relieved that our charges have been given a great opportunity. And a better life. I'll look to Demiris and say, is there anything that you needed or wanted to do while we were here?
Nope.
well, in that case, may the Inheritor's Light guide you and protect you on your journeys.
I'll look to Demiris again. Kind of like having an inquisitive look. Is there something I should say?
Would I know a common response for this deity?
Knowledge religion.
Oh, Lord. Oh, okay.
Something in kind. There's no specific saying that they have.
What's the deity's name?
Iomade.
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 Here you go.
I would
Levi.
probably just... What?
Sent you a link.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Ah.
I thank you, and I pray and hope that there will never be a pebble in your shoe or something to stub your toe in the morning.
The clergy person laughs and nods his head before a small light he shines from him as he casts a spell and starts speaking Goblin. And he ushers the three with him.
You did good work.
I'm gonna wait till they're actually all left the room. Just let me know when they're gone.
They're gone.
We'll start. They're gone. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that's a relief. Oh.
Averill will be very pleased.
Well, now I don't have to try to protect. I don't have to try to be scary with them.
You seem to manage okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a lot off my mental load. I hope they do well.
Well, it's up to them at this point.
Yeah. Oh, should have asked. Oh well. We'll find something. I need a beer.
Me too. Let's go.
All right. I assume we're gonna head back to the tavern / casino / inn
Yep.
/ bathing house.
Do you change your cloak back?
Yeah, I'll flip it back once we get out of the church. But it'll be in the descending, so if there's anything important, people on the steps will see me do it.
It's a big city. No one's paying you too much attention.
I don't exactly like to advertise it, but I also am not afraid to show it. But in hindsight, trying to sneak around with a vibrant white cloak and a big flashy sword, not the best if you need to be quiet and stealthy.
It's very true.
All right. You head to the tavern then?
Yeah.
You find the Noble Moon Inn. About this time, Buffnita, Avril, what is it that you two are doing? Are you staying in the room? Are you going down?
Once I finished bathing and whatnot, then probably would have gone down for some food and then hitting the tables once that starts picking up.
Probably much the same.
Okay, so it hasn't quite picked up since it's still early afternoon. Some more people have found their way in for meals and drinks. And well, do you take spots at a table or at the bar?
Take a
Probably
spot
a
at the
table.
bar.
Oh,
You can play. I'm just gonna watch the room first, get the temperature.
oh no,
Well, there-
no, I meant like an eating table, as in we've got more
Oh.
people joining us later,
Oh yeah, that one.
as opposed to sitting at bar stools.
Yeah, a dining table, not a green felt table.
Yeah.
If you want me to, if you did be at a gaming table, I can roll to see if Israel would try eating the chips.
Well, there's no games happening yet. Still a little early.
They probably wouldn't even have chips. They would just probably play cash games.
Truth.
Point, I guess. Or they'd have their own coinage to represent a certain amount if it gets like really out of hand sized.
Maybe.
All right, well, as the pair of you come into the tavern, you find Muffinita and Avril sitting at a table. As you all join back together, how's this conversation go?
I mean, I don't
Good
have
news,
anything.
everyone.
Yeah.
Do you see that we are sans goblins?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you noticed that there's a distinct lack of goblins, probably.
Yeah,
the one.
yeah, I did notice the lack of chaos. What? I'm assuming by your lack of concern, this is a good thing.
Hold on. I think I noticed.
Let's go.
It is noticeable.
Where'd they go?
I will give a rundown of what it is that I did. Probably not exactly disclosing the details of how much it was, but, basically found them a home, an education, and if they choose, I guess, a religion, and the capacity to defend themselves if they can pass all those tests. I've given them a great opportunity.
You weren't cut out. I don't know. I thought you were doing a great job being a dad.
If that were the case, then I probably wouldn't be on an adventure right now trying to do what it is we're doing. In hindsight.
Hey, parenthood just gets thrust upon you sometimes. You can't just really control it.
It's just
Well-
a really long trip for milk.
To be fair, I would have enjoyed taking at least getting the benefit of a wife, much like Alistair did. That would be great.
What? Oh, Alistair, sorry. Disregard.
Disregard what?
Well, do I know the name Alistair? We talked about him. I can't remember.
Yeah, he told Israel told you the story of Alistair.
Okay.
His whole background.
You know, the whole thing about me being in a backpack for the better part of a year?
Yes, I know that.
Oh no, I meant I would have explained it to all the characters here.
That's what I'm double checking. Well, makes travel a little easier. We can ditch the cart now.
All right. Well, I know there's a couple waiting to play some games. So, anyone ordering food? Other than drinks?
No, I'm not.
Because the specials will be beef hash with cake and a coffee, octopus hash with oat bread and a tankard of cider, or venison sandwich with peaches and a mug of perry.
I'll go for that second one. That sounds good.
Give me that venison sandwich.
Give me that cake. And the other meal part that goes with it.
Okay. Meals are had. The starts of drinks are had. Afternoon turns into evening. More population comes to be. And some games start happening. Seems like house dealers start to show up. Someone you would recognize popping in from your earlier run-in, a straggly gnome known as Whistler Bellfellow or Fellow Gift comes in and joins the tables.
What are they playing?
They are playing a popular game called 21, similar to blackjack.
Cool. I will definitely be playing that.
Me too.
Anyone else taking chance or in the game of chance?
No, but I'll watch.
Alvaro has invented counting cards.
I mean, in the interest of not having to pick up my plate and go eat somewhere else, I will watch.
Well, it's at a different table.
Mechanics of the game apply nicely. Here's how it works. A player will roll 2d10. The dealer will do the same, but only if the dice will be publicly revealed. Players and the dealer. I'm trying to.
I want you to roll
Read on.
d10s for blackjack.
I'm reading the rules on it.
Weird.
Option to roll as they see fit. However, there is a catch. You cannot exceed 21 as the sum total of your dice, or you lose the game automatically.
I tried rolling 1D pie.
You got one.
You got one.
Don't be so irrational.
Okay, so the dice are symbolizing, 1 through 9. I
Yeah.
said 1 through 9, 10 being,
0.
well, 10 or a face
Okay.
card.
Oh, okay.
So each die is your card.
On d10s? Okay.
Yep, 1 through 10.
Means you can't hit blackjack.
Well, if you roll a 1 and a 10, that's. Oh, yeah.
That's
Makes
11.
sense. Hold on. Let me keep reading this.
we can just extrapolate. We don't have to go down this rabbit hole.
No, I think it's one would be ace.
Yeah, 1 would be ace.
So
that
it
would
would
be-
still function. You want a 1 and a 10, basically
Yep.
the min and max.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yep.
It's different odds than blackjack,
Yeah,
where
it's
there's
super different odds.
much more tens in the deck.
For the sake of the game, it is played with dice.
Weird.
Wait. Does that mean this comes into play?
No, he said dice.
Sleight of hand with my dice rolling?
I would say yes.
Well, are you using dice to represent it or the cards? So it's actually is a card game in game?
No, it is. This one's going to be
It's a
actual
dice.
dice.
Okay. I just wanted to double check because I know I have to roll it for our end it's dice, but is it the dice roll represents cards drawn versus is it actually a dice game?
This is actually a dice game.
Okay, then never mind.
All right. So, approaching the table, the buy-in is 25 gold pieces.
Done.
Yep.
So, you're at a table with the dealer. It's you two and 3 others. I need a.
I'll just.
Hold on. I need a piece of paper so I can keep track of the other hands.
You
I've
are
made
signing-
mistakes.
You are signing yourself up for so much work right now.
I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was definitely expecting you to hand wave a bunch of this, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna hand wave this.
I even gave you an out. And
Yeah.
you chose not to take it. So, all right, Muffins, let's make him regret it.
I already regret it. So,
Oh, I've got so many days of Stardew to make up for.
what would be the best way to do this?
Me.
Yeah, you get a buy this time.
What would be a good way to signify how much people won?
Is this supposed to be a new game, new feelings thing? It doesn't sound like it.
Okay. So, by my understanding of the rules, it's 2d10 per hand, right?
And then if you rolled like a 12, you would be able to ask for more dice. You can roll to see how much more gets added to that, get as close to 21 possible. So it's just like blackjack.
And dealer
Oh,
stays at. Where's dealer stay at?
17. Hard 17.
Hard 17. Okay. All right. Well, I'll play it. I'll play the first hand.
Yeah, we'll play the first hand. So we have it.
How does my sleight of hand factor into? Do I get to roll at advantage?
Yes. Roll a sleight of hand.
I did.
Oh,
Roll a 3.
yeah, you did.
I got
Okay.
excited.
So
rolled it.
roll your 2d10 at advantage. You take the better of the two.
So just 4d10.
No, yeah, and then just make sure it's first, second, third, fourth. You can't like couple them up any way you want them.
But would I? Right. Sorry, I see what. Yeah, I'll roll them separate then.
Okay.
Now, which one's the one you prefer? Because I would take that second one.
Yeah, you
You
get,
want to
and you
split?
can pick which one you want, Muffins.
What's the dealer's single die that shows?
Yeah.
The dealer's single die is a 10.
Oof.
Oof, indeed. I'll take the second roll and roll one more.
I will stay.
Okay. Going to roll 1.
But am I at advantage or no?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to roll
Wow,
2d20
okay.
here. Yeah?
2d10.
2d10, thank
You get a
you.
bust if you roll 20s.
What'd
so
be
I'll
funny
go
is
with
if you
the-
did and rolled 21.
So I go with
Yeah.
the 8, and I'll have a sum total of
19.
19. And
Okay.
I'll stay on that.
The other people at the table have a 9 and 7, a 6-3, and a 2-1. So
I'm gonna give you this one. That doesn't actually matter. You can skip those people
Yeah,
if you
I
want
know.
to.
Yeah, you just gotta tell them if one of them beat them or not.
all right, the house rolled 20.
Ugh.
Okay. So, figuring that you're betting a gold coin per hand, unless you want to bet more.
Oh, it's only a gold per hand. I thought it was 25 a hand.
Nope, that was buy-in was 20.
Just to
4.
sit at the table. Have to
Oh.
prove you have the money.
It's the rake. Okay.
What's
I
the
get it.
betting maximum?
25.
All right.
So 1 to 25.
Great. So do I need to roll sleight of hand for every game?
Yes.
Okay. And what's the cutoff for getting advantage?
17 hard.
I'll tell you.
Oh, that, yeah. I thought you were talking the house advantage.
A difficult roll, so I would say, okay, I have an idea. So go and roll a sleight of hand at the start of each hand.
No, hold on. I'm trying to streamline this.
The advantage is 25.
Okay.
If you roll a 25, you can't take advantage. If you roll 20 or under, you're caught cheating.
Oh, well, that 20 or under?
20 or under. This is a professional table. The dealer is good at what they do.
Damn it.
Okay, 20 or under. What is that? That is.
If you're at a
40%. Okay, so I'm not going to sleight a hand anymore.
yeah, that's what I'd do.
What are they
I'm
doing?
I'm at 10 a hand. That's what I'll do.
I'm going to do. Okay, I'm not playing to like make bank. So basically, I'm planning on essentially breaking even for the night. So if I lose when I bet 1, I will bet 2 the next game and do that until I win 1 to make up.
You can't do that. You're only 7 winning hands from being a billionaire.
No thanks. And then once I do win 1, I'll go back to bidding 1. And essentially, I'm just passing the time.
Okay.
And I imagine I'm going to essentially break even, or at most be down like 10 gold or something based on probability.
How are you playing, Avro?
I'm playing 10 a hand. I'm playing to make cash.
Okay. So
I'm hoping, and I'm trying to angle you into admitting that counting cards. I guess fuck, it's a dice game. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
All right, still playing 10 a hand.
So, real quick time check, because it's 4 minutes to when we typically try to wrap up.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to do an asynchronous dice game with wholesale over the next 2 weeks to play multiple hands?
No, I need him to suffer now.
Make me suffer now. If we wrap this up, I did a handful of percentage rolls, and based on house typically have an advantage, but it's a dice game, so there's really not a whole lot of advantage to be had. The dice rolls where you guys came out with about a 45% winning rate. So if you both came in with 25, figure you guys came out about 10 gold ahead throughout the night. Well,
I mean, that
muffins.
definitely tracks with how I'm playing.
Well, with muffins, figure with 10 gold bets, Avril was closer to probably 40, 50 gold ahead.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You guys can wrap up the night.
Cool.
And we're not going to take into account of drinks being had during the process of this either.
Oh, I never.
Alvaro, yeah,
drink
Alvaro doesn't
to-
drink during that.
I never drink to inebriation or even close to, as a rule of my personality.
Personality. All right.
And you did get the confirmation of your meeting. If we can extend another 15 minutes, we can get you your payday, and you guys can shop during the downtime.
I can do 15.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Oh no, something. No, I'm just kidding.
So
I had
everyone
I had
heads off to bed.
planned- well,
Stomachs
bath.
full, having bathed.
And then total party relief of not having any more goblins.
Yeah, we
Just-
sleep better than we have in like a week and a half.
And for concept of time, Israel, I'll come back to you for something that happened during the night.
Ooh, spooky.
Okay.
You wake up.
I died.
You wake up and
But
Israel's
then-
dead. No.
Damn, we have an appointment though. Sorry.
You wake up. I assume dress for the occasion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll dress in my finery.
I use my my garment, my sleeves, and really dress myself up nice.
I take note of that for the second time. What are those?
Oh, I picked these up the other day. Watch, and I just, you know how like you watch somebody roll up like dress sleeves. I do that, and then I roll them back down, and it's an entirely different outfit.
Oh, I need to get one of those. That would make this so much easier.
Oh, it's so nice.
Okay. I'm sure they'll have some around here. Well, I'll get the name of that. I already have the name of what it is.
They're so cheap.
Oh, that's good.
They're 200 gold. That's it.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind as I'm dressed in my uncannily nice clothes, all white, gold trimmed with red accent.
Yep.
And then the robe or cloak will be reversed to the white side. Now I'm going for flashy.
You approach the castle gates. This time, the castle guards are expecting you. They lead you through the front doors that are open to the castle already, and walk you through the great hall of the castle to what seems to be the throne room. Once at the doors before entering through, one of the guards looks at you and goes, I just want to make sure I got this right. You guys are Bronzegarde, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And it's pronounced Bronzegarde, right?
Yes.
And your names are Avril, points to you, Avril.
Yeah.
Muffinita, points at you, Muffinita.
I smile and wave.
Demirius, points at
Correct.
you, Demirius. And Israel.
Yes.
Okay. I normally don't do this, so I want to make sure I do a good job.
You're doing great, bud.
Ah, thanks. And then turns and pushes open the doors, and in a booming voice that doesn't seem natural for him, like he has suddenly a megaphone. Announcing Bronzegarde, Lord Averil, Lady Muffinita, Lord Demirius, and Lord Israel. Gives you guys a thumbs up as he steps to the side.
I return the thumbs up.
And then it's a long red and white carpet that leads up to a single throne in the distance. There's unnatural bright light. There's not many windows to justify how bright this room actually is. There are tall pillars that go up 30 feet. And there seems to be a plethora of different nobles in a company in the room, eager to see the individuals that have possibly been the ones to save their nation from war. Down the long walk, about 100 feet, seated on the throne is an Azamar woman with a crown on her head, with long blonde hair. A welcome sight from your travels to Al-Sad, standing next to her, Brelevant.
Yay.
As you walk down the rug, you can hear whispers of people taking you in and taking note of not only that there's a goblin, but you're a group of different ethnicities. And some people appreciative, soft applauds, and hushed thank yous. As you get closer, the nobles turn to more castle guards and military. Different ranks. If you make knowledge checks, you can identify the ranks of some of the more prominent individuals.
Knowledge, nobility, I'm assuming?
Correct.
Damn.
Pick out, a general and lieutenants. No one lower than a lieutenant. The two with the astronomical great perceptions, you just on your passive perceptions, you can pinpoint a woman who's not dressed similarly to the rest of the military entourage, but a half-elf woman holding a hat at her side, wearing more blues and golds. As you continue forth, you arrive at the bottom of steps that lead up to where the queen is seated. What do you do? With your knowledge nobility roll, you do know it's proper to kneel.
Yeah, I would kneel. I would also scan the room. How big is the room, and would you say it's bigger than 30 feet in diameter?
Yes.
Okay.
It's about 30, 40 feet going up, but it's easily 80 feet wide and 100
I
feet
follow
long.
suit with the kneeling.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Anybody triggering my Death Watch eyes?
No.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, Brelevant. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, he's earned it.
This is the
Yeah.
fabled Bronzegarde that Brelevant told me about. Do stand. You did our nation a great honor. You do not kneel before me. You're here as equals.
I suppose we'll stand.
Yeah.
raise my eyebrows like, damn, okay.
Okay.
She stands, and one of the other people standing nearby kind of steps forward, and she waves them off. Her dress flows behind her as she walks down the steps. What you are tasked in El Sad, I was told was impossible, but I didn't believe it. And you proved it. Since your journey there and what you have done, we have entered a new realm of peace talks with El Sad that has never been seen before. Our two nations will have embassies, and Brelvant will be representing us there going forward. I am eternally grateful for what you have done, and as my thank you, I'm going to bestow one of my nation's greatest treasures. I do hope you accept it.
Do I know what she's implying before she says it?
Shows us.
Roll a knowledge. What would that be?
If I don't, it's fine.
No. Treasure is her friendship. No money. I would accept.
Unless her friendship comes with a everything is free coupon.
She is the queen. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yes, but
I would accept a local or nobility.
Neither of they're both the same.
forcibly taking BP.
I can, but I don't know what you would think.
Avril, the two of you don't know anything, but Avril, you can pinpoint that it's one of three items. One is a great sword that has been in their family for generations. It's rumored to be incredibly powerful. It could be a gemstone that has been said to be as big as your head, and one of its only kind. Or an airship that is known to be the only one of the area.
Sorry, we're getting an airship potentially?
Potentially,
oh my God, we're in
yeah.
a Final Fantasy game.
I say potentially because that detail, apart from the other one, seems to be pretty fucking specific.
No. There's
Avril
no other gem that's as big as a head. It's a giant's head.
Alvaril is, as they're going through the Rolodex in their head of like what these things could be, is starting to smile wider and wider.
Of course, mere trinkets cannot further your adventures as much as coin, and I understand that. She waves a hand to a couple squires who go huh! as they lift a chest.
Oh my god.
And they waddle over and set it down and open it. Anyone with their appraise check can look into this chest.
Damn, let's go. That's been a good night.
Anyone else want to make that attempt?
No.
Yep, it's gold.
Muffin is like, damn, that's $100,000. Closer to the point, Israel, you know it's a little bit more humbled than 100. And Avril, you hit that there's probably about 25 grand of gold and platinum in there.
Coins or
Coins.
total value is 2,500.
25 grand.
Oh, okay. Sorry, at least 2,500. That's wait.
No, it's 25 grand of gold and platinum.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That definitely makes up for the big contribution I just gave out.
Mm-hmm.
So I do hope you accept this along with our airship. Saves the queen.
Go.
Oh, come on. You can do better than this, DM. She'll in a flourish, gesture towards the great windows to one of the two sides of the great hall and say this as it flies by.
No.
No, do
Hear me
not,
out.
do not. we do not make him take it back. You don't. Do
I
not
take it
challenge
back.
The universe. Oh, goddamn.
Hear me out. The wall in the left. All you hear is, "Oh yeah!" and a big airship crashes through it.
God.
Big red giant kind of what do you call those things? Pitcher shape?
It's sentient like the one in Divinity Sin.
It just looks down at everybody as they scream, going, "Oh yeah!" But it's in slower motion because everything that's bigger has to be in slower motion. So it's more like, "Oh yeah!"
Well, we
Spills a little bit of the Kool-Aid on people.
once
Blood.
once Alvaril composes themselves, kind of checks to see if anybody else is going to say anything. If not, my lady, we humbly accept these and would take our quest again if it meant the world to you, as you've explained. We do so for the betterment of the world, but this will go a long way to helping better even more. So for this, we thank you on the behalf of the Bronze Dragoons.
It goes without saying, I have heard what has happened to my long friend, Clora. Know that we are expending resources to help find answers to not only who did this, but also a way to bring my friend back.
She will be avenged.
Do you say that?
Yes.
A devious glint in her eye that you can catch. Oh, there will be blood.
So just to be clear out of context here, did you actually present the ship so that we all see it?
Mm-mm.
No, she says airship. I know what she's talking about.
Well, I was going to say if it was presented to us visually, I was going to do something, but
No,
since
there's
it's not.
Was not.
Can't roll that will check.
Part of me wants to warn her. I don't know if this is the appropriate place to do it.
We
That's a-
should speak to the emissary in private.
Yes, that's what we should do.
Yes.
You should look into Brillavant's eyes and see if you can talk to him.
Stare at him intently.
Well, I'm sure he's looking at you, so he probably would notice.
Oh,
If you
he
give him that-
notices. Oh, Your Highness, perhaps they would like to speak with me pertaining to some matters. Oh, yes. Would you meet with my page. They'll set up a time for you to meet with him shortly after this. Turns and looks at the page, and it'll be done immediately. Yep.
We'll thank her for her generous reward. Shall go to good use.
She bows to you. I will always be grateful. How about some lunch?
Lovely.
And at that point, some of the entourage leads the four of you, Brillavant herself, one of her generals, away through a doorway to go have a nice lunch.
Yay,
will-
nice lunch.
Which will end there. So you have 25 grand amongst the four of you to split up and spend as you see fit. We'll figure after lunch and whatnot, you're able to do some of your shopping and make your shopping list.
I have so many ideas.
Anything that is over 5 grand, there is a chance that it is not easily procured. So check with me,
Or it'll take time.
or possibly will take time.
I don't think I'm buying anything.
The 3,000 to 4,000 range, will be able to be found and procured. It'll just take time to find it.
Gotcha.
Still check with me so I can tell you how long it takes.
Hey, wholesale. I would like details on the airship.
Oh, I have details of it.
Well, it looks like a boat, and it floats in the air.
So I'm no longer getting boots of striding and springing. I'm definitely getting boots, winged boots.
My, we've got we've got a command center and a forward operating base.
Or a extra storage. Internally.
So we will.
I have so many thoughts and ideas.
You? I wouldn't believe it.
I also have
Never.
one question for you, wholesale. Before you close the Roll20, please turn off the music. I popped in a couple times to try and work on Alvaro between sessions, and it just kept playing the same music at me the entire time.
I'm sorry. I didn't think that would just keep playing.
It plays on a
amazing.
loop forever.
The best
Yeah,
part
I've
about
just-
this, I
I've
just
just
want you to
muted
understand,
tab.
I can just turn all of it on at the same time,
I hate you.
and they will play over the top of each other.
Oh my god. That sounds awful.
None of that plays on my computer at all.